Hi. I thought before I do another podcast or another self care, I give you a little life update of what's going on in the medical world. Well, not medical, treatment world or um so I don't know if I ever talked about it. It's been a while since I did one of these updates. But I started the year going to my appointments, thought I would have a break, and it turned out I didn't have a break. So I went to the cardiologist. The cardiologist basically was like, I'm having breakfast while I'm talking. So my cardiologist basically was like, when they did the EKG, it came back a little high. And he's like, I want you to come in for a stress test. So I'm home about an episode I had where I went to the gym, left the gym, go to do grocery errands, whatnot, pick up my daughter. So while doing grocery, I felt my hand shaky. And I was like, let me check my watch. And I went and checked my heart rate. And that came back as my heart rate being 156. What the hell? Never had that. So I grabbed an electrolyte. I grabbed some sushi because I don't know what to get at the grocery store. And I didn't want to get potato chips or chocolate. So I checked out, went into the car. I went and ate some of the sushi. So it went down to 140 and it was going down little by little. And I was like, okay, something's not right. But I felt fine. So I went about my day. So from when I got to drop pickup, my heart rate went down to 120. And I was like, all right. Then it was going down. So I was like, all right, fine. But got home from the car in the house, it went up to 140. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I felt fine. That's the funny thing. I didn't feel like a bump, 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 but I felt like, okay, something's wrong. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to bed. Changed, went, lay down, got a chug of my Stanley, lay there, was just drinking water. I took my meds, drank my water, and it went down. So I told my cardiologist everything. He was like, let's just do a stress test. Let's see. So, and he gave me a heart monitor. Wore that for 2 days. The stress test basically said when my heart rate did go up, my blood pressure went up. So he's like, let's do an artery test. Let's make sure your arteries are okay. If that comes back fine, your blood pressure was just high because of the stress. Because he rechecked it again at the office. It was fine. He's like, did you have any issues with your blood pressure? I'm like, listen, every time I go to the oncologist, my blood pressure is always high. Yeah, but when you see me, it's low. Doctor doesn't, I'm not going to give my oncologist name. My oncologist, he doesn't see an issue. We'll still do this CAT scan. Comes back fine, then you're good. Basically, that's what happened. My heart monitor results came back fine. My CAT scan came back fine. He's like, maybe your Apple Watch is wrong. How dare you accuse my watch of being a fraud, like lying to me? My Apple Watch never lies. So I'm like, okay. He's like, most likely what's going on is stress. How does one control stress? I don't know. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to overthink. I think when I overthink is when I'm stressed. I don't know. I don't know. I always rub my head because it feels weird sometimes. And it feels weird because I haven't felt this in a long time. I don't know how to style it. I don't know what to do with it. I think I might straighten it. I don't know. I like it when it's like that. Anyway, so right now everything's going good. I am seeing a physical therapist because when I do lift weights at the gym, all here gets swollen. My arm gets swollen up until past my elbow. So I am now seeing a physical therapist for lymphedema. And we'll see how that goes. I go this week for blood work again. I get a shot of the Lupron, which I hate, but it is. We became best friends. And yeah, everything's going well. I think I'm getting a little more busier with my life. That maybe I can't handle it and I have to schedule it. You know, I've been in the last 2 years by appointments, home, mom, wife, appointments, grocery, this, that. And now I'm actually doing stuff for myself that I'm very proud of. So I am back in the real estate course. I'm determined to get my license. I'm trying this one last time. If it isn't worth it, then maybe I'll give up. But I don't want to give up. Because I one thing I learned about myself is that I'm a fighter. So I am doing the real estate course again. And I do that like on the evening. Like I'll spend a couple hours. It's a little easier this time because I know the knowledge. So I'm doing the course a lot quicker. And then I'm also doing this whole podcast thing. I like to say my time when I talk and give updates and my whole life journey with you guys help me with this moment of doing the podcast. It's it's called Perfectly Imperfect because I'm sick and tired of trying to live a perfect lifestyle to everyone. It's not perfect. So that's where my gear is chatting with people that I'm infatuated with, that I want to have a conversation with and get to know. Like, my cousin who I had, he's going to be around for a couple episodes and here and there type of thing. I like to call him my co-host. He's my unofficial co-host. But what I like with him and I is every time him and I have a conversation, we always disagree, but we find a common ground after every conversation. So it's always good to do it. Like, I always like to have that stuff with him. I think it's about time for my voice to be heard too. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a negative. You know, I won't bad talk someone. I more want to have a conversation. But a real conversation, you know? Not like, how are you? I'm good. I'm going on a vacation. And we're going to the tropics. Or we're going there. We're doing this. Or, hey, check out my new mug. It's, well, I mean, this is this. But, hey, look at my new item. It's like from Hermes. Or it's from some ridiculous place I don't give a shit about. But I really want to have a conversation like, how are you doing? And person is honest, or a person is doing something so empowering that I want to have a conversation with that person. So that's where the podcast is. I have topics of like imperfect situations or why we do the stuff we do. Just come along with my ride. It's fun. Imperfectly Imperfect. I have an episode coming up, and then I'm filming one that I'm very excited about. So I can't wait to share that stuff with you guys. Also, and this is where I'm getting busy, is I am becoming a meditation teacher, a licensed meditation teacher, which I'm so excited about. It's something that grown on me within the year. It's something that I feel like people are going through something and don't know how to stay calm. People are going through something and don't know what to do or where to go, or suffering from anxiety. And I'm one of those people who didn't realize it, but does suffer from anxiety. And I'm learning the tools of how to help that. And I want to help others. I think self-care is very important, and I want to enrich that with everyone. So I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing with myself. It's like, why work on one thing when you can work on 10? So I'll keep you guys updated on those journeys. I'm all good things. I think it's just time for me to overdo myself. How about that? Just overdo it and see where it goes. I'm very excited for what's ahead. With that being said, we got this. Mwah.